Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Black Ice, a new documentary from director Hubert Davis. And this focuses on the kind of not so much talked about unfortunate history of racism in the sport of hockey. And Black Ice is an interesting way of phrasing this title because this does indeed focus on black players who have experienced horrible racism in this sport. And there's plenty of stories of coaches and other players heavily utilizing the N-word. And what's so impactful about this film is Davis does not shy away from these people, like these different athletes and coaches and stuff like that, telling these stories and not trimming or watering down these stories. You hear them saying the exact things that were said to them. And that brings a weight in this film as you're watching it of like actually hearing the words out loud, and you're just like, wow, people are terrible. And obviously this is specifically focusing on hockey, and so like it's not trying to look at other sports, but you know, hockey has a long history of being a sport that it's mostly white people get into the NHL. That's always been something like, I think when I watched hockey when I was younger, I could probably name one black player in the whole entire NHL. It was at that point where just so specifically that. It's so interesting when you look at a game like football, which has a lot of black players. In baseball, it's declining, but at least on some level, there's so much diversity in baseball from all kinds of different backgrounds. Wasn't the fact for hockey. And I think this documentary obviously puts in the history, it tells history, it's informative in that way. But really this documentary lives in the stories of actual people and their actual experiences, and I feel like that speaks so much louder. And the stories are impactful. I think Davis does a good job of displaying, hey, here's this situation. These are the things that happened. We have to listen about this and confront it. And I feel like this film's going to make people uncomfortable, as it should. And I feel like some people might construe this as some kind of like hit on the sport of hockey in the NHL. But, you know, acknowledging things that have happened and wrongs that need to be righted is important. And I think this documentary challenges you in that way, and Davis, the director, does a good job of keeping this engaging and on a human level because it's all about the stories. And these stories have weight because they happened and these people experienced them. And in the end, this is an impactful and impressive documentary that does not pull punches and lifts up that stone, and you see the seedy underbelly of it. And I think that's a daring and important thing, and I think this film is definitely worth a watch. But those are my thoughts on Black Ice. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.